Welcome to Unqualified and Uneducated. I am your host for today, Robert. Joining me today is the Somali Llama, the two-timer, the sidewinder, the undisputed champion of the mic, Smash. You may remember him from the earlier episodes. Well, guess what, guys? He's back. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is Unqualified and Uneducated, where we give you our unqualified and uneducated opinion on all things sports, music, TV, anime, movies, or anything that's interesting. For those of you who are returning to the channel, you already know what the goal is. Our plan is to get monetized. All right, so for today's episode, we're going to be talking about the top 15 players in the NBA. As you guys know, the NBA starts, I think, in a week from now. Or no, less than a week from now. The NBA starts on the 16th.
16, 17?
I believe it's the 16th. So NBA starts on the 16th. We're excited. So we thought, might as well dedicate this podcast to some NBA topics. So our first topic on the docket, the topic docket, is the top 15 players in the NBA. Once we figure out who are the top 15 players in the NBA, we're going to move on and give you the top. We're going to do some power rankings by conference. So we're going to have the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference give you the top 16 teams in each conference and 15 top 15 teams of each conference. And then after that, we'll move on to the Jimmy Butler situation or scandal. Scandal's a little more spicy. So we'll go with the spicy scandal with Jimmy Butler. And there's some baseball conversations for you Yankee fans out there. Sorry about that, but we're going to get on to that one. All right, Smash, what's going on, brother?
What's up? I'm back.
He's back. Hopefully he's here for good. So just like I talked to you guys on the update, this is kind of the format we're going to be doing. If, Carl's still with the pod, but he's just unavailable at the moment. So depending on who's available is who you're going to get. And right now, because I have no life and Smash is just free at the moment, it's going to be me and him.
Let's go.
Let's go.
No job. I got time.
Today you got time, cuz.
I got time. Today I got time.
All right, so top 15 players. You want to just do two lists, or you just want to let's just list them out from number one.
From number 1 to 15?
Number 1 to 15. And if we have discrepancies, that's where the fun starts.
Yeah.
All right, so number 1.
Undisputed.
The number 1 best player in the NBA right now is LeBron James.
And it will be for the next 6 years.
And how old is he right now?
34.
34, best player in the NBA.
And he will be until he's 40.
There's probably some truth to that. I wouldn't say till 40, but yeah, he's going 37 at least.
At least.
I would say he would probably be the best player, undisputed best player for the next 2 years, and then 2 more years after that, he's like tied with Kevin Durant as the best player until Harry Giles takes over, and then he at 40 he'll be like in the top 5.
Harry Giles, you have more faith in Harry Giles than you do Marvin Bagley?
Yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit it. At this point in their careers, I do have more faith in Harry Giles than Marvin Bagley. Okay. But they're both rookies, so I love them both. They're both my rookies. The good thing is I get to watch them both grow. But we're getting off topic here. All right, so we got number 1, LeBron. Number 2, who we going?
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. The list is pretty easy right now.
So far, so good.
Number 3, who do you got?
I hate to say it, but Steph Curry.
I'm with Steph as well. I don't hate to say it. I mean, it is what it is. Steph Curry. Number 4.
I just don't like Steph as a person anymore.
As a human being?
As a human.
You hear that, Steph? You and your beige color family.
and his 2 other triplets.
Yeah, you beige, all you little beige family members. The family of the beige. We don't got love for you out here.
Except for Seth Curry.
Except for Seth.
Because he's now a Trailblazer.
And he was a king, so we got love for you.
We got love for Seth.
But if you want to get on the podcast, Steph.
He'll be a champion this year.
If you want to get on the podcast, Steph, we got love for you out here. But he won't win a championship.
Yeah, he will.
Kevin Durant already told CJ, y'all ain't winning anything.
What does Kevin Durant have to do with anything?
Kevin Durant, earlier in the summer,
told CJ on his podcast that they're never going to win.
And they're never going. Well, Kevin Durant already squashed that.
So what Kevin Durant says goes? He probably thought he was going to win the finals against LeBron James the first time.
I'm
Then he
not.
started crying to his mom. I didn't win, Mama. I didn't win.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, he did. He was crying, balled up like a baby on his mama's lap. Dude was like 22 or something like that.
Yeah.
But since he joined the Warriors, he kind of has a say in who wins the championship right now.
It's not going to be them.
This year?
Nope.
Who?
Blazers.
Okay, so we have Steph at 3. At 4, who do you got? Because I think this is where it gets tricky.
Yeah, I think 4 to 7. It's kind of hard.
At 4 to 7, you can kind of take it any other way.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna go with. If he's healthy, I'm gonna go with Kawhi.
Honest, to actually tell you the truth, 4 and 5 are interchangeable depending on if they're healthy or not.
Yeah.
Because for me, I would want to put Anthony Davis there.
Yeah.
But Anthony Davis has never spent a season in his whole career healthy. And Kawhi is healthy.
Yeah.
So I am going to have to agree with you. The 4th best player in the NBA right now, when healthy, is Kawhi Leonard.
And I think the Pelicans fall off from what they did last year.
Ooh, you think they fall off?
A lot. I think they fall off a lot, actually.
I thought, is it because of Rondo?
It's because Rondo, Boogie's gone.
But I remember we talked, and you told me that they played better with Mirotic over Boogie. So now you're saying they fall off even though they're better?
Well, Rondo's gone too.
Okay.
They got Julius Randle, who's trash.
So you said I.
It's contradicting myself, but they're just a whole different team now.
Okay. See, I'm thinking that Anthony Davis has an MVP year, or I think he wins the MVP. He's my MVP. I think he has an MVP year, and that makes up the gap for Rondo leaving. Drew Holiday, he's gonna have another season to show the NBA that he is really an all-star and a top 10 point guard in the league.
The West is tight. I think he can average 33 and 13, and they still wouldn't make the playoffs.
The Pelicans?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The West is stacked.
The West is stacked. So, and actually, tell you the truth, I think the Blazers fall off. And then
From the 3 seed? Well,
from where they were last year, because everyone got better. And let's talk about teams falling off when we get to the power rankings. So at 4 we have Kawhi. For me, 5 I have Anthony Davis. Who do you have at 5?
For 5, Anthony Davis. Did
Okay.
you have Kawhi up?
Yeah, I moved since you said healthy. I moved Kawhi to the 4.
Yeah.
And then I have Kawhi at 5.
Anthony Davis at 5. I think Anthony Davis and James Harden are also interchangeable. So 4 to 7, Kawhi, Anthony Davis, James Harden, Russell Westbrook.
Wait, what do you, I would say James, because I put on my phone. I have James Harden at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have Giannis? You have Russell Westbrook over Giannis?
Yes.
This is where it gets real.
I think Giannis needs to have a consistent shot. But I've seen him take over games. Like, he took over the first quarter of the season last season and then just fell off.
Okay, yeah.
And it seems like he can't carry a team by himself. He lost in 7 to that.
He lost to the Celtics without Kyrie. Without Kyrie.
Harden.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give him some knocks because I took away from Ben Simmons and Embiid since they lost to the Celtics too. So Giannis has to get that. So we're going. You changed my mind on that one. So we're going LeBron, Kevin Durant, Steph, Kawhi, Anthony Davis, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Then who do we have at?
Giannis at 8.
Giannis at 8. So at 9.
For me, at 9, I have Damian Lillard.
I have Paul George at 9.
Paul George over Damian Lillard?
Paul George over Damian Lillard.
With what Damian Lillard did last year and with what Paul George did last year?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Because Damian Lillard in the playoff didn't score anything. And
did you see what Paul George did?
He was the only thing that was keeping him in there.
He didn't do anything last. He had 5 points in their game 5. 5.
That's
was
probably
game 6. Did they go to 6 games?
They went 5 games.
5 games?
which is make my argument look even worse.
He had 5
But
points.
those 5 points were more efficient to anything that Dame Lillard had in the playoffs.
The Pelicans doubled Dame every possession.
5 points.
There's nobody.
You didn't even dispute the 5 points. You just started justifying it, which means if you don't defend it, that means that was close, which means Dame was trash in the playoffs. I got love for Dame. But
everybody around Dame was trash. Dame, if people around Dame,
CJ was the best player on the team in the playoffs.
If people around Dame made their shots, Dame would have averaged 13 assists in the playoffs.
CJ was the best player last year for the Blazers, was he not?
18. If what I'm saying, if people made their shots, he would have averaged 13 assists.
Yeah, so
he would have had 18 and 13. Is that not good?
Yeah, if people would have made their shots, he would have 13
there was a stat
assists.
Last year that,
and if people would have made their shots on the Kings, Fox would have 20 assists, and we would have been in the playoffs too.
There was a stat last year that the Blazers team in that playoffs, the first round of playoffs, had the most open shots out of any team in the playoffs, but they made the least amount.
I don't care. And the fact that you put Dame at 9 means you're saying Dame is better than Kyrie.
Dame is better than Kyrie.
No, he's not.
That's easy.
No,
easy.
You're
easy.
Crazy.
Easy.
Dame is better than Kyrie?
Dame is better than Kyrie.
I don't even know
Dame is a better passer than Kyrie.
No, he's not. No way.
Yes, he is.
Better passer than Kyrie?
Better passer than Kyrie.
No, he's not.
Kyrie averages 5 assists, no more nor less, ever.
That is true. No matter where he goes.
No matter.
I've had him on my fantasy team 2 years in a row.
70 points,
he had 5 assists no matter where he's going.
3 points, 5 assists.
He dropped 30 points, 6 of 10 from 3. Like, he'll do everything but only get 5 assists. But it's within the flow of the offense.
No, it's never within the flow of the offense.
With the Celtics,
it doesn't matter what team. When he was on the Cavs, when he was on the Celtics, when he was Team USA, he's not more than 5.
No, because when he was with the Cavs, that's because LeBron had the ball and he was relegated to the role of scorer and assassin. And if he picked up 5 assists with the Cavs, it was okay, so be it. With the Celtics, it's different because it's within the flow of the offense, and Gordon Hayward went down, so he had to take on more of an offensive role. But it was still efficient enough for them to have a nice defense and a very exceptional offense.
Gordon Hayward is back this year. How many assists does Kyrie average?
6.5.
No, you're crazy.
6.5?
No.
He got another weapon?
No.
He won't have to score as much?
No.
So at 9, he has Dame. I have Paul George. Let's move on to 10. At 10, I have Kyrie.
I have Chris Paul. No, actually, I have Joel Embiid at 10.
I should be making these lists out.
10, Joel Embiid for me.
So all our lists are the same until we get to 9 and 10?
Yeah. Who do you have for 8? Who do we have for 8? Giannis. Giannis was 8.
Giannis was 8.
Damn, Giannis is 8.
So 9, you put
Dame.
I put Kyrie. 10, you have Embiid. And then I have PG. All right, so 11.
No, you have PG.
Oh, I got those
9
switched. I had those switched.
10, yeah.
You know what? I'm putting Kyrie at 9 since you're gonna put Dame at 9. Sorry, PG. I got love for you, and I
got love for PG too.
And I used to follow your wife on Instagram, but out of respect for you, I stopped following her.
Why you 13?
So, I got love for PG, but I got to put you at 10, my brother. Put Kyrie at 9, just so I can dispute his Damian Lillard love affair. Say that 3 times fast.
Damian Lillard, love affair?
You couldn't even say it one time.
couldn't even say it one time slow.
Okay, at 11, who do you have at 11?
11 is CP.
CP3?
CP3.
Oh my goodness.
Getting older, but still putting up numbers.
CP3.
I really didn't think CP3 and James Harden would fit well together.
Oh yeah, I thought CP3 was going to choke him out.
But
all right, so what is that? Yeah, so who else is out there in them streets? I think
Jokic. Jimmy.
I think I'm gonna put Embiid at 11.
Embiid, Dame. You're dropping Dame way too far for no reason.
Okay, so 12. Who do you have at 12?
12 will be PG for me.
You got Paul George. Ooh. Huh. See, it's gonna get tough with the shooting guards because now I'm like, where does DeRozan fit in all this?
DeRozan's not top 15 anymore.
He's not top 15 anymore?
No. And I'm a Spurs fan.
Okay. I mean, okay. Elaborate.
Elaborate on why he's not top 15?
Yeah, why don't you think he's top 15?
Because there's just 15 people better than him at their positions. Even how many shooting guards are better than him?
Not a lot.
Not a lot, but
It's it'll be Jimmy and James Harden.
And spoiler alert for number 14 for me, but I have Victor Oladipo at 14.
Ooh. Okay, I see what you're working with.
So that's 3 better than DeRozan. I've been a DeRozan fan since early DeRozan years. Not like Compton, but like
when he was at Compton U?
Compton University. That was before he transferred to USC.
Yeah, he transferred there. He said the curriculum at Compton U was just not what it was.
It's not working with
it. Was not what it's supposed to be.
That's where you got to press that. Mental health is nothing to joke about.
No, it's not. It's nothing to joke about. So I was just stalling for time while I look at a list, and I think my number 12, would have to be.
I want to shout out DeRozan though, and LaMarcus Aldridge. They never get any love, but they've been putting in work all the years they've been in the league.
I think
shout them out.
I think number 12 for me would have to be.
And I want to shout out Porzingis and DeMarcus for all injury team.
I think Jimmy Butler is number 12 for me.
Jimmy B at number 12?
Yeah.
Jimmy B at number 12.
I think he is. I remember we were trying to find out if he was in the top 20, but I think
he's number 12.
He's number 12. Who you got at 13?
13, I got Kyrie. And I hate Kyrie. I should have put him at 10. I mean at 20.
Kyrie's number 13 for you?
But I have Kyrie at 13. Kyrie at 13. You guys know my 14, which is Victor Oladipo. Go peep his album if you haven't.
That is a good album. I don't know. Kyrie at 13. 13 for me would have to be.
And to round it out, 15, my boy Jimmy. We'll go deeper into Jimmy later, but I just want to say.
You're saying CP3 at this point in his career is better than Jimmy?
Yes.
Whew. So I'm gonna go at 13. I'm going with John Wall.
John Wall?
Yeah, I'm going with John Wall. 14, you said Victor Oladipo?
If I had a free shot at punching anybody in the face without any retaliation in the NBA, it would be John Wall.
It wouldn't be Draymond?
It wouldn't be Draymond. It would be John Wall.
Oh, you changed.
I hate Draymond, but it would be John Wall.
All right, so 14, you got Victor. 14 for me.
Without any retaliation, John Wall. I don't want your DC ass fighting me.
That means, John Wall. That means he wants no smoke.
I don't want any smoke.
That means no smoke. I don't even know why he said that.
Me neither, bro.
I don't even know why he said that.
He's about to come after me. With his cornrows now.
Yeah, I don't know why you said that. John Wall, Hit me up. I know his address.
He finally fixed his hair though. Doesn't look like a homeless dude anymore.
Yo, you need to get off my boy.
John Wall's overrated.
How is he overrated?
Been overrated since he stepped into the league.
No, you got to stop it.
Still can't shoot a lick. Bradley Beal doesn't make their shots. They don't win the game.
Well, he didn't make any shots, and they got booted out the playoffs.
Yeah, they don't win the game.
14 for me.
They rely on Bradley Beal.
I think Chris Paul's I'm going to put Chris Paul at 14. And then 15, who'd you have at 15? Jimmy B at 15 over Victor Oladipo.
I have Victor Oladipo at 14.
I mean, under Victor Oladipo made it over him. Who would be my 14th? I can't think of a 14th guy right now. I
feel like I'm missing somebody. Like, I'm going to think of somebody later and be like, damn, they should have been that high.
Let me look through my list real quick of people.
I wish Devin Booker was healthy already. He would shoot up the list. Probably.
I don't know if he'll be top.
He wouldn't be top 15 right now, but.
Oh, Boogie. That's what I'm.
Oh,
that's who I was thinking. DeMarcus.
DeMarcus is in the all-injury team.
Yeah, he's in the all-injury team.
At
15. Who'd you have? Victor Oladipo. So that's the thing. Victor Oladipo or Cat. I'm at Karl Anthony Towns. I know he's soft. Jimmy, I know he's soft.
Jimmy, come on the podcast, bro.
Jimmy, you the one. Come on, yeah, come on the pod. Be a friend of the pod.
We need you.
I'm gonna put Karl Anthony Towns in there.
Karl Anthony Towns at 15?
At 15, I'm putting Cat. Just because his intangibles, he's just underachieving right now. But I believe this season, because everyone in the whole world knows how Jimmy feels about him, he's gonna come out with something to prove.
How good does a player have to be defensively with a weak offensive game to be in the top 15? Because Rudy Gobert is a star defensive.
I was thinking about putting him at 15. I was looking at this list, and they had him at 15.
Had Rudy Gobert at 15?
Yeah. So I don't think it's like preposterous, but I just feel that if he didn't have the team that he had, his team wouldn't really get anywhere.
Well, he was a big part of them.
Oh, yeah. Definitely he was a part of their success, but I don't know. That's tough. I don't think you can be in the top 15 if you don't have any offense.
So if you're very offense...
Like Tony Allen. Would you put Tony Allen in the top 15?
Never.
And in his prime? Like prime Tony Allen when he was like
Never.
when he was like on him? When he was in the giblets.
When he was first team all defense?
He's always first team all defense.
When he was yelling first team all defense?
First team all defense.
Nah.
See, but his defense was so extraordinary. Not extraordinary, but it was so good that you played him on the floor even though he couldn't shoot or hit a layup or a free throw or a three or a two.
That's true.
But you played him.
That was Jimmy though in his rookie year.
No, yeah, Jimmy started from the bottom. Now we here.
Now we here, Jimmy. What did you put Jimmy as? 12?
I got Jimmy 12. Jimmy ain't coming on a podcast. You got him at 12. He might beat your ass with John Wall. You're going to have John Wall and Jimmy after you.
I want no smoke, John Wall.
John, he want all the smoke.
No smoke.
Give him all the smoke. John, hit me up.
Jimmy, I want all the smoke, though, Jimmy.
Yo, you don't want...
I've seen you play football, Jimmy. Let's go run some routes.
Shots fired.
But that was a cool 15.
All right, so I'm gonna put our list on Instagram. If you guys have your own list, yeah, please feel free to, leave a comment, dispute it. But we'll put our list up, and our list may change from here after we go home and look at lists and stuff. Ours may change, and injuries may play a factor. So now, moving on to the power rankings by conference. You want to start the East or the West?
Let's start with the Eastern Conference.
Eastern Conference. Number one team in the East, Celtics.
Based on
they made it to the conference finals without two of their best players.
No, based on how they're gonna do in the regular, like Well, how are we doing the power rankings? Who's the best team
in
each conference, or like?
I think they're going to be the best team record wise, and they're going to be the best team in the Eastern Conference.
I think the Raptors are going to have the best record.
Do you think the Raptors?
Yeah, they only got better from where they were last year, and weren't they the number 1 seed last year? I don't remember who the number 1 seed was.
They were.
It might have been Boston.
I don't remember who was, but they were in the runnings for it. That is a good point. I didn't think of that. Who's their coach?
I forgot. It's not what's his name anymore?
Nick Nurse.
Nick Nurse, yeah, I remember.
That is a good point. I didn't even think about that. They did get better because Kawhi is better than DeRozan. We both don't even have DeRozan in our top 15.
Record-wise, I have the Raptors at 1, but best team in the East, I have Boston.
I have Boston as the best team in the East and the best team record-wise because they were fighting for the best team without their second best player, and then last year, they turned their second best player into probably like their third best player or fourth best player. I don't see a team with Kyrie, Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, Scary Terry, Marcus Morris,
the flop smart,
Marcus Smart. I think that team comes together and they go after it. I think they want to make it out the East and play this whoever makes out the West. So I'm going with Boston at number 1. You got the Raptors at number 1.
If we're doing best team, I have Boston at 1.
Let's just do best team. Let's not record-wise.
Best team, Boston at 1. Philly at 2.
See, that's the thing, though. I've maybe they get better, but I lost a lot of steam for Philly after they got booted out the playoffs without Gordon Hayward or Kyrie. I lost a lot of steam for them.
Well, they lost. They should have. Three of those games they lost in the last 2 minutes.
It's still, because Kyrie wasn't on the floor.
Just all those were mental mistakes.
Yeah, but still.
16 seconds left on the clock. They miss a jumper.
But
Ben Simmons gets a rebound and puts it back up instead of dribbling.
Mental mistakes attribute to inexperience, but that's
inexperience. They're 1 year older. They watch
that
the film.
makes sense. That's a good argument, but you're playing against guys that are inexperienced as well. Like you're playing against Jaylen Brown.
Better coaching.
Jason, you're right about that, but still, you got Philly at 2. Then Raptors
at 3. Pacers at 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Bucks take a step this year and they're
Bucks.
the 5 seed.
Bucks at 5. Who else is out there in the East? I got the Wizards at 6.
Wizards. I never liked the Wizards. They have a whole bunch of people on 1-year contracts.
Wizards at 6. Got you, John. I got you in there.
Nah.
At 7? Who we got at 7?
I can't even dispute 6.
Okay, let's go back and dispute 6. Who would you put at 6? The Pistons?
I actually like the Pistons now that they got Dwayne Casey.
Oh, they did hire him, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we'll change my mind.
Reggie Jackson's coming back. Blake Griffin's got a year under his belt in Detroit. Stanley Johnson a summer smarter. Andre Drummond, 25.
Oh, Pistons.
They got no shooting on their team.
Pistons, yeah, let's go. Wizards at 6. I'll put the Pistons at 7.
I'll put the Heat at 6.
Oh, see, there you go. That's why you on this show. Heat at 6. I like the Heat. I like the Heat a lot at 6. I like it a lot. So we got Heat at 6. 7. That's the Wizards, man. Stop playing.
Wizards at 7, I guess.
Wizards at 7. Now 8 is a bloodbath between the Cavs.
Nah, Cavs ain't doing it.
Cavs ain't making it.
Cavs ain't making it.
I guess it's
feel like I'm missing a team.
I guess it's the Pistons.
Who made it last year?
Pretty much these teams,
Not
except the Pistons.
The Cavs replaced the Pistons.
Yeah. Cavs out, Pistons in.
Yeah. Hornets? No, they got worse.
Hornets trash.
Hornets trash. Magic trash.
Trash. Knicks trash.
Knicks. Oh.
You don't know if Porzingis is healthy.
Yeah, Porzingis starts the season.
They have a chance.
They have a chance. I like the Knicks.
I like the young point guard from France, Nilakina. And they got Kevin Knox.
Kevin Knox. He seems like an inefficient scorer, but we'll see.
We'll see. But Knicks, no. Nets, no.
Nets, no.
Where did Dwight Howard go?
Wizards.
I'm gonna have to take him out the playoffs then.
Who else is left? We still have some more teams. Cavs, Hornets, Nets, Knicks. 3 more teams. Magic. What other teams are there?
Knicks, Nets, Magic, Hornets.
Well, they're all trash teams.
Yeah, it don't even matter.
It don't matter.
Okay.
Does it matter?
You think they'll make the playoffs?
If I knew what those teams are made.
All right, I'm gonna look them up right now. Smash, talk about something random that interests you at this moment.
Alright, so right now...
Hey, what anime are you watching right now?
I was just about to talk about that. Right now I'm watching the 7 Deadly Sins.
How do you like it?
It's pretty good. I'm on season 1, episode 15. They're collecting the Deadly Sins, trying to fight the Holy Knights.
Is that a spoiler?
It's not a spoiler. That's the essence of the whole show.
You're right.
It talks about that in the first episode.
You're right.
And I like it so far. Like, the action's pretty good. I like the Deadly Sins. I like, what's his name? Bond? Bond.
Oh, the dude with the red jacket?
Yeah. The small red jacket. He needs to get a bigger jacket.
It doesn't even cover his...
anything.
He got the bottom of his six-pack showing.
But he's a cool character. King's kind of weird. They've only introduced like 4 of the 7 Deadly Sins, but the captain's like super strong and he's kind of scary at the same time.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we forgot trash. We forgot the Hawks.
Atlanta Hawks trash.
The Bulls.
Chicago Bulls. I like them as a coming up team in like a couple years, but they're trash right now. One more team.
No, I think that's everybody we hit. Because we talked about Boston.
Okay.
Talked about Miami.
Okay.
Talked about Chicago.
Okay.
Talked about Detroit.
Okay.
Atlanta.
Okay.
Orlando.
Okay.
Brooklyn. Say what's what, Brooklyn.
Okay.
We talked about the Cavs. Talked
Okay.
about the Wizards.
Okay.
Milwaukee, Toronto, Indiana, New York.
New York Knicks.
Charlotte. And Philadelphia.
Philadelphia 76ers. Guess that was all. I thought we missed a couple.
All right, so looks like we just did the 8 best teams in the conference.
Yeah.
Because after that, it really doesn't matter.
Just trash from 9.
Especially in the East.
We'll have Charlotte at 9. Doesn't matter after that, though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Charlotte at 9. Nah, I think Chicago at 9.
Chicago?
Because they got...
Charlotte, Chicago, Brooklyn, 9, 10.
Yeah, it don't matter. So moving on to the best coast. The West Coast is the best coast. All right, so easy, smeezy, lemon peasy.
Easy number 1. We'll all agree on Portland Trail Blazers.
Got the Warriors at number 1.
Got Golden State at number 1.
Number 2, Houston.
Houston, yeah. I don't think they got any worse.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you replace Trevor Ariza's smart shooting with Carmelo Anthony's shoot whenever he touches the ball mentality.
And no defense.
Trevor Ariza was a dog against Golden State.
I know. That's a loss.
That's a loss.
That's a loss. I don't know. I don't know if Houston can recover from that.
Yeah.
I think their championship window is closed. Chris Paul closed it with his hamstring.
2 games. That's all. You need 1 game, Chris.
Just needed. You could have just gave it to me, man.
Could have destroyed that dynasty. Kevin Durant would have left. It would have been nothing left.
Dude. So number 3, who do we got at 3? Are you putting the Lakers at 3?
Nah.
Who would you go at 3 then? We got Utah,
I was
OKC.
thinking Utah or OKC at 3. I'm going to go OKC at 3.
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say, even though the Jazz beat them last year, I feel like without Carmelo, they were way better when Carmelo was on the bench.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Carmelo.
Jeremy Grant played well.
Mm-hmm. They're more cohesive when he's not playing.
They're going to be even better defensively this year now that Robertson's coming back.
Yep, it's going to be a better team. They're better. So I'm fine with OKC at 3. At 4, we got Utah. 5, got to be the Lakers.
Got to be the Lakers.
Like they won 35 games last year.
This is just power rankings.
Yeah.
We're not doing seeds.
Yeah.
Just power rankings. So Lakers at 5.
At 6.
Right now 6. I think Denver's the 6th best team in the West.
I like that. Denver at 6.
Denver at 6.
I got Portland at 7.
Portland as the 7th best team in the West.
And then New Orleans at 8.
And then New Orleans at 8.
That means, even with Jimmy's
going to be traded before the start of the season.
I'm just saying, as of right now, because he's out there practicing.
Yeah.
And yelling at people.
Yeah.
If he stays on the team, the Timberwolves don't even make the playoffs. So that might be a reason they trade him anyways.
Yeah.
Which is
trade to everybody.
Which that's what I was gonna say. It's interesting that a team like the Timberwolves, who just signed 2 guys to like max contracts, Andrew Wiggins, I think last year or the year before, and now they got Cat, and they won't even make the playoffs. Now
they won't even sniff it.
They won't even because they're gonna be how you look at it. They made the playoffs against the Nuggets last year on the last game. Last game of the season.
Because the Lakers didn't make it, and the Nuggets didn't make it last year.
Oh, San Antonio.
Oh, San Antonio.
Oh, snap. Redo that. We got to figure out where San Antonio. Because check this out.
I think San Antonio falls it.
I think San Antonio gets better. Because they got better, too.
They lost DeJounte Murray, though.
Oh, I forgot the injuries.
Yeah.
Oh, they lost DeJounte Murray and Lonnie Walker.
Yeah.
But here was my argument.
Walker's a rookie, but
I thought he was going to play a lot.
Yeah.
There was my argument for San Antonio. Technically, I know they had Kawhi on the roster last year, but he didn't play.
He only played 9 games.
He played 9 games. So LaMarcus Aldridge was the bona fide only star. This year they got better.
Only? Rudy Gay was on the team last year. No disrespect.
Okay, so you had LaMarcus Aldridge as the star and Rudy Gay as the falling star. So you had
falling star got like a comet, like a wish upon a star.
Yeah. Rudy, like Haley's comet, Rudy's comet.
Yeah,
Rudy's comet. So you add DeMar DeRozan that's going to play. Technically, they get better, but since they lost DeJounte Murray and Lonnie Walker, they have no one to play point guard.
Patty Mills.
It's a good thing they got Tony Parker.
Bryn Forbes.
Oh, wait. They traded Tony Parker.
I don't even know why.
He left. Apparently.
Why the Hornets wanted Tony Parker.
Apparently, he thought Tony Parker was going to get more playing time behind Kemba Walker. Which is crazy because now he could. Oh,
yeah, because the Spurs offered him the same amount of money that the Hornets offered him, but he wanted to go to Charlotte for more playing time.
If he would have stayed with
34.
Yeah, bro. He should have stayed with the Spurs. He's probably asking for a trade right now.
Yeah, he's probably like, I don't want to be here.
So do you think
he's playing with Nicholas Batum? They're both Frenchmen.
Yeah, that's true.
All his boys left San Antonio.
Yeah, that is true.
So he just wanted to be with the Frenchmen.
And he was getting mad at Kawhi.
He was getting mad at Kawhi.
And
Kawhi dream was 100 times worse.
100 times worse. He probably was like, if Kawhi's staying here, I can't stay here. I cannot stay here anymore. If Kawhi is still on the team, my injury was 100 times worse. Then Kawhi Leonard's leg.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see my hamstring? It was like spaghetti. And now he is healing like the how you say escargot. He is healing like the escargot. So I will go over with my countryman in Charlotte. So yeah. So do you think the Spurs can't miss the playoffs?
21 straight years.
The Spurs don't miss playoffs.
Spurs don't miss the playoffs.
They don't miss the playoffs.
They've made it 21 straight years. I think the next team streak is like 6 or something. Straight years. It's probably the Golden State.
I believe you. So the Spurs, they don't miss playoffs. So you want to put them at 9 on the power ranking?
8 with Cleveland. That was because LeBron's been to 8 straight finals. No, he was with Miami.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it might be 6. Anyway,
back to reality.
I don't know. I don't think they.
They're not gonna miss the playoffs.
That's why I said the Pelicans fell off.
But remember, these are just like the best teams.
That's true.
The Blazers might not make the playoffs.
Don't say that.
I'm just saying might.
Don't ever use that word.
Because my argument for them is everyone got better around them.
They got better.
They didn't get better.
Yes, they did.
How'd they get better?
By practicing.
Actually, I think Damian Lillard's gonna ask for a trade halfway through the season.
Hell no.
Because he's looking at his team.
Lillard
he's looking at his
staying
team.
in Portland for life. He just had a son. He's not moving his baby to another city.
He's looking at his team and he's like, these mofos don't know how to rebuild.
They don't need to rebuild. Why rebuild?
You've already seen what happened. You're telling me you want to see Dame just get double teamed for the rest of his life?
We got Seth Curry now. Seth Curry can shoot. We got Nick Stauskas. Nick Stauskas can shoot. We don't need Evan Turner shooting threes anymore.
You got Seth Curry, which is basically the same thing that you guys already have, but just a lesser version. You guys don't need more of the same. You need something else.
Shooting.
You need a taller shooting guard to start. But, ooh.
Are you saying CJ McCollum's starting ability?
Ooh.
He's not worthy of starting?
Ooh.
Is that what you're saying?
Nah. Not with Dame. CJ McCollum would probably need to be the point guard.
Just watch
needs to probably
highlights. The recent highlights against the Jazz and the Suns. The big three are gonna ball out this year.
Nah.
Dame, CJ, and Nurk about to ball out.
That's what you said last year.
No, I didn't.
You didn't say Nurk was gonna ball last year?
No.
Okay, I can't hold it to you.
Prove it.
I can't prove it.
Prove it.
I like to prove it, but I can't. It's just
Nurk said I'm trying to be all first team all defense this year.
Over Gobert, over Embiid, over Anthony Davis. Boy crazy.
There's 2 spots.
No. Because it's got to go to
3 spots?
2 spots got to go to a guard, then there's like 3 forward spots.
Yeah.
Then
it's 3 spots.
No, because Kawhi's going to get in. Healthy Kawhi's in. Draymond's going to get in.
Draymond was second team last year.
Oh, fudge.
He was pissed. He said, there's not 5 guys better than me.
Oh, fudge. Never mind. You might be. There's 2 spots. Because Kawhi's getting in. Just by being alive, Kawhi's in.
Maybe.
And then who's the top?
If Nurkic balls out this year, I think he could take it over anybody.
Nah. Over Anthony Davis?
Over anybody.
See, you're wrong.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But it's going to be top 5 defense.
We'll see. So where did this come down to?
So Pelicans were 8.
Spurs 9.
Spurs 9. Clippers 10.
Nah, I got Mavs over Clippers. No, I got Memphis. Memphis at 10.
Memphis 10.
Healthy Conley.
Healthy Gasol.
Healthy Gasol.
Parsons.
Yeah.
Garrett Temple.
Garrett Temple. I forgot. We traded him for Ben McLemore. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The move of the century. Garrett Temple for Ben McLemore.
Garrett Temple went off in that one game last year.
And then they also added the rookie, that big man that can shoot, Jaren Jackson or something like that.
Oh yeah, Jaren Jackson.
So yeah.
And they also drafted the first ball dude to ball out.
Who?
The dude from West Virginia.
Oh, I gotta check him out. All right, so we got Memphis at 10.
Yeah.
Spurs at 9. Memphis 10. They got Mavs at 11.
Clippers 12.
Clippers 12.
Who's left? 3 teams left. Suns.
Yeah, Suns at 13.
Who else is left?
Then Kings.
And one more team.
No.
There should be one more.
No, there's not. Then Kings at the bottom. Because we talked about Minnesota. Oh, wait.
Oh, Minnesota.
Minnesota's 9. Or no, Minnesota's 10.
San Antonio is 9. Minnesota's 10.
10. Memphis is 11. Mavs are 12. Phoenix.
Clippers 13.
Clippers 14. And
Or you can say Kings 14, Phoenix 15. They're interchangeable. But
yeah,
they're both trash.
Screw you, Phoenix. It's all about Sacramento all day.
Will Sacramento ever get better?
Yeah. As soon as Harry Giles turns into an MVP.
2027?
Harry Giles, MVP this season.
Just like Thon Maker, MVP?
Marvin Bagley, Rookie of the Year, which is kind of weird since Giles is going to win MVP. You would think he would get the Rookie of the Year as well, but the NBA is like that. Fox for Most Improved.
Okay. Frank Mason for a little bit taller.
Frank Mason, Sixth Man of the Year.
Okay.
Kosta Koufis learned how to speak English last week, so that's good.
From Ohio, barely did enough to get this last week.
Scal Labissiere is going to win the Citizenship Award.
Okay.
For sportsmanship, which is kind of weird because you would think he would just win the sportsmanship award, but he's going to win the Citizenship Award.
Okay. Willie best dressed?
Willie, no. Willie's going to get a $25 million contract for 10 years.
So he's going to get $2.5 million for the next 10 years. I wouldn't mind that.
I mean, I take it.
Yeah, I
and
take it.
Me and Willie have the same rebounding numbers.
0?
0. I guarantee you we get the same amount of rebounds in the game. So
that's true.
So, you know, I would take it. If I would take it, he should take it.
I never understand how 7-foot people don't get at least 7 rebounds a game.
Nah, I don't see how 7-foot people don't get at least 9. Because he's athletic.
Yeah.
He's just not like Koufis. He's actually athletic.
Oh, Koufis is not athletic.
Koufis just
even Zach Randolph doesn't get 1 foot above the ground.
Yeah, you can put a phone book down. Zach Randolph would trip. The white pages. Not even the yellow pages.
The white pages, which are like half the pages.
Yeah, you put the white pages down. I seen Zach Randolph trip over a piece of paper.
That's funny.
Okay, so we hit both conferences. If you guys haven't, I'll put our list on Instagram as well. If you guys want to dispute that, please do in the comments. So now what we have left, we have about, we're at 47 minutes.
Okay.
We can hit the Jimmy Butler situation.
Jimmy.
Can't you see the Timberwolves just want to play with you, but you don't even want to play. You want to get traded to Miami. I say, Jimmy, can't you see? Now you yelling with the third string. You beat Karl Anthony Towns and Wiggins. Now they just got a max contract. So what? That's actually sorry. I mean, dang. Jimmy.
Sorry, Jimmy.
Yeah, sorry, Jimmy.
But
I
support you 100%, Jimmy.
Me too.
Like, you playing with the third stringers and beating Andrew Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay, let's break it down. Because some people might not understand what happened. Okay, so Jimmy Butler is back. He came back to practice after demanding trades and holding out.
Demanding trades, holding out.
No preseason,
not talking to anybody in the Minnesota organization.
He can't practice with other NBA caliber players because the Drew League is over. Everybody is in the season with their teams.
Can't talk to any other team.
College players are at college now. They're in school. Can't practice with high school players because that would be weird. And there's at the YMCA, Jimmy can't play in YMCA talent. He can't go to 24-hour fitness and run. He can't go to Sac State and run 5s at the well.
He can't.
So he can't play any basketball.
Shout out to the well.
Shout out to the well. Shout out to the well ballers. You guys are
sponsored by Gatorade now.
You guys are still the same.
Yeah, they're actually trash.
You guys need to get better. Do better.
Well, I shouldn't be a top 10 player at the well because I'm trash.
Yo, yeah, Smash is top 10. I wish somebody would dispute that. Dispute dispute him, my dude will block the dog spit out of you.
Please.
And then he'll block your mama's shot, too.
Please.
Tell her to come to the court.
Please.
Getting blocked.
Please.
Stuffed.
Please.
Knocked into the stands.
Please.
Destroyed.
Please.
It's over.
It's over.
All right, so so Jimmy's back. They're running inter squad scrimmages. Jimmy takes the third string and beats the first string. So let's check this out. On the first string, you're gonna have Jeff Teague, Andrew Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
Who was it? Is Taj Gibson? Taj Gibson starting at 4.
Probably Derrick Rose to replace Jimmy Butler.
Derrick Rose to replace Jimmy Butler. Third string. Let's look up the Timberwolves roster.
Third string. Probably talking about like somebody they drafted in the second round 6 years ago.
They got like a D League talent on there. They got probably some. All right, so third string, most likely Luol Deng.
Third string.
The point guard is probably Tyus Jones.
He's a backup. He's a second string.
No, he's second string. Oh, Jared Terrell. That's just
that is.
Yeah, the shooting guard Darius Johnson.
Whoever that is.
C.J. Williams,
whoever that is.
Justin Patton,
whoever that is.
James Nunley.
Justin Patton, I think he went to North Carolina. I'm not sure though.
And Josh Okogie.
Yeah.
And it's, for some reason it says they have small Amari Stoudemire as small forward. So this is the team that Jimmy was rocking with, and he beat 2 max guys, a top 30 point guard.
30, he's one of the 30 starting point guards in the league, and he's top 30.
Jeff Teague's top 30 point guard, you know.
And one of the best players to ever step on an NBA court, in Derrick
Yeah.
Rose.
Yeah.
And he beat him.
Yeah.
With Justin Patton and
James Nunley.
And Donut Diogi.
Josh Okogie. And Luol Deng.
Luol
Deng hasn't played basketball since he was a Bull.
Since 2019. What?
Whoa. What, he played in the future? 2019? Luol Deng's an android for the future.
Oh, no.
No, he hasn't played basketball since he was with the Bulls. And even when he was on the Bulls, he was hurt, so he didn't play then.
Then he got that big contract. He was like, I'm taking it.
He said, I'm going to take it, and I ain't
going
going to play.
the end of the bench, and
I ain't going to play. Contract. So he takes them, and he beats them, and then he starts yelling at people, yelling at that Thibodeau, who's kind of like the GM. He's yelling at other officials.
Also yelled at the GM, and he yelled at the GM. He said, you effing need me.
You effing need me.
It's like, damn.
And I still want you to trade me.
It's true though. And they need him.
And somehow this got back to the reporters. Who do you think told? Wiggins. I think Wiggins told.
Yeah, it's probably a staff member or something.
I think Wiggins told, and Karl Anthony Towns was standing behind Wiggins.
Snitch.
I think Wiggins told, and Karl Anthony Towns was standing behind Wiggins. Like he had his hands on his shoulder, like, tell him, Wiggins. He was whispering into his ear. And if they want smoke,
I want smoke.
All the smoke. I'm suing. I wish y'all
right
send somebody over here to beat us up. We will sue. I need all the tuition.
All of it.
All of it. So, yeah, so that happened. And then Jimmy gets on an interview with Rachel Nichols, to which he says, what word was it?
Honest.
Honest. I've never heard someone use the word honest so many times in my life.
I think we should count it.
Do you think we can play it on here? Because I think you can play audio.
Copyright.
You can play audio if you're critiquing it. And we're going to critique the hell out of this.
That's true.
We're going to critique this.
Or we could just play it and not. Or we could just play it and let the podcast hear. It's only like a 2-minute video.
Yeah, let's go.
I thought the interview was about to be like 30 minutes or something. He was just going to go out.
Yeah, I
go
thought
off on Tom Thibodeau and Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. I wanted to hear all the smoke.
I wanted to hear it. And that's what I thought.
He was like, I just want people to be honest.
I want to be honest.
Like, I'm honest.
Don't tell me you gave me water when it's Kool-Aid.
Come on, be honest.
Honest.
Is water wet? I'm just being honest.
Which one did I look up? What, Jimmy Butler? I don't know. I found it.
It was on YouTube. Rachel Nichols.
Yeah, there it is. Jimmy Butler talks brutal honest.
Even the caption says brutal honesty.
Okay, so what we have here is a commercial. You would design this in a way.
You returned to practice for the first time with the Wolves, and I'm just gonna read a little bit of Adrian Wojnarowski's report on what happened there. That you were loud, emotional, passionate. We like to say, targeting Coach Tom Thibodeau, teammates like Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. That you told GM Scott Layton, quote, "You effing need me."
You effing need me.
What happened today?
A lot of it's true. A lot of it is true. But you got to think, I haven't played basketball in so long, and I'm so passionate, and I love the game, and I don't do it for any other reason except for to compete and go up against the best to try to prove that I can hang. So all my emotion came out at one time. Was it the right way to do it? No. But I can't control that when I'm out there competing. Like, that's my love of the game. That's raw me. Me at my finest. Me at my purest. That's what you're going to get inside the lines. And
I was going to say, is it not the right way for it to come out? Do you think it was the wrong thing to do, or was it an okay thing to do?
I think that I was honest. Was I brutally
One.
honest? Yes. But I think that that's the problem. Everybody's so scared to be honest with one another.
Two.
If you didn't like the way that I handled myself in practice, one of the players come up to me. Somebody say something. Anybody. I'm not going to take it offense. It's not personal. Jimmy, you shouldn't have done that. Yeah, you're probably right. I would have said, I ain't hooped in I don't know how long. I mean, I'm passionate about it. I love the game, and I love to win. And that's all I was out there doing was competing, playing hard, doing what I'm supposed to do on the basketball floor.
You were back in practice today. I assume you're going back tomorrow. Should people think because you are back in practice that this is fixed or it's on its way to being fixed?
I think people think that. I would think that too. It's not. It's not fixed. Let's just be honest. It's not fixed.
Three.
Is it fixable?
It could be. It could be. But do I think so? No. Because you got to be honest.
Four.
I'm being honest. Do I
Five.
think so? No. I'm being honest with you.
Six.
But is everybody going to be honest?
Seven.
No. Everybody's not going to be honest. Like, if you
Eight.
say, which one of y'all told what Jimmy said today in practice? Everybody, no, I don't know. You gotta be honest. I don't care.
Nine.
Ain't nothing we can do about it now, but be honest.
10.
That's it. I just want everybody to be happy. I want to win. I'm sorry if I go about it the wrong way. I really do apologize. I just want to win.
But you feel strongly that there isn't a fit here. That in the end, you tried it, and that with everything you want and everything everyone else wants, you just don't see it.
You know, you're supposed to be optimistic. So everybody's really, really, really positive about the whole thing. But I know the truth. I know the truth. I know the whole truth. We've talked about it. You know, and everybody may not want to say it, but you know it. I can tell whenever you're stuttering and you're gathering your words. Like if it's the truth, boom, it's coming out right away. You don't need to think about how to say it. So whenever you're thinking about how to beat around the point, when I ask you, is this water? And you say, well, it's not fruit punch. Like, well, obviously, but you know that
Right.
that's...
But answer me as a water.
Exactly. The answer is water. And that's what always going on.
All right, so we got the ding at
10.
10.
We got 10 dings.
10 dings. Honest. Ding!
In a 3-minute video.
In
he
a
just
3-minute video.
He wants honesty and
honest.
truth.
And
And
he
he's
wasn't
passionate.
talking the whole time. So in a minute, in like 30 seconds, he said honest 10 times.
10 times.
How many times have you said honest in your life?
10 times in my life. And he said honest 10 times in a minute and 30 seconds.
Oh, man. So how do you feel about Jimmy?
Jimmy, I was having trouble putting Jimmy in my top 15.
Mm-hmm.
After this, Jimmy shot all the way to 15.
Ooh.
Easy.
Ooh.
Easy.
Okay, so I, with you, had trouble putting Jimmy in my top 20. I think actually he made the top 20, but it was like figuring out where he falls in there. And same thing with you. After that interview, he was 12 on my list.
Yeah.
So I just feel like he's that alpha dog personality came out, and that's in the NBA. That's a quality that you need.
It is. Jimmy's a dog, and the Timberwolves need a dog, but Jimmy doesn't want to be their dog. He wants to be a dog for a different team. All Jimmy wants is honest.
All he wants you guys to be honest.
Just be honest.
And it seems like that's not what's going on in the organization.
He's passionate. He loves the game.
He loves the game, and he would never cheat the game. Because you know why?
Because he's honest.
That wouldn't be honest.
Jimmy's the truth. And I respect him.
So, did you want to talk about anything else? We kind of hit everything that was on the topic docket.
Except for one thing.
What was that?
My dear old Yankees.
Shoo. You know, I jumped over to the Yankees bandwagon when Giancarlo moved over there and they had Aaron Judge.
I jumped over there when the Giants traded my boy Andrew McCutchen.
Talk about it.
It was a sad day yesterday. Boston Red Sox versus Yankees. A rivalry that's gone back 80 years or so. Hundreds, 80, I don't know, a long time. I don't even watch baseball.
Me neither.
I was just rooting for my boy Andrew.
I just wanted to see home runs.
Andrew McCutchen, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo on the same team, just hitting home run after home run. But yesterday, they couldn't pull it off. They tried to pull off a comeback, down 4-1 in the 8th, but they couldn't pull it off. Red Sox advanced, and they're going to play the Houston Astros. In the ALCS or the NLCS, one of those. I don't know anything about baseball, but
American League and
National League, but I don't know which one is the Yankees and the Astros are in. I think they're in the American League.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, New York was one of the first. No, it wasn't.
We don't know anything about baseball.
Yeah, this is basketball channel first, then we move on to football, and then after that it's just.
Yeah.
Oh, we're putting some World Cup in there.
Some World Cup in 4 years from now.
Yeah, 4 years from now we'll get to the World Cup. But other than that, or when Championship League rolls around,
yeah,
we talk about that.
Talk about football a little bit. My Packers.
It's just so disappointing.
It's not looking good right now.
It's looking bad.
It's not looking good. We're just on this free fall.
Yeah.
We need to turn the ship around. We got San Francisco on Monday night.
That's a win.
Hopefully.
That's a win.
I thought Detroit was a win.
I did too.
But we lost to Detroit.
I've been following Green Bay because I got money on them.
Yeah.
There's money involved.
They're just letting us down. Aaron Rodgers, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception on the season. Can't put all the blame on him. He's been playing kind of bad, but 10 touchdowns, 1 interception is not bad.
That's not bad.
There's only one other quarterback in the league that's thrown less than 1 interception, and that's Drew Brees.
And then you got a kicker that can't kick.
Kicker that can't kick, left 13 points on the...
That's the game right there. And I don't care what you say. People say, oh, well, your team shouldn't have put your kicker in a situation where he has to win the game
where he's kicking 40-yard field goals. That's what he should be doing.
Where he's doing his job. He's getting paid to kick.
He couldn't even make an extra point.
That's bull.
And I mess with Crosby heavy. Mason Crosby been on our team since 2007. His first game in the NFL, he kicked a game-winning field goal. There's no pressure. He just needs to make his damn field goals.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. And that's all.
That's all I got to say about you, Mason. I love you.
All right. So, well, that's the end of the podcast. And, you know, guys and girls out there, please support the channel. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, iTunes, Podbean, SoundCloud. We're out there.
We're everywhere.
We'll get a Facebook going pretty sooner or later.
Yep. Unqualified and uneducated.
Unqualified and uneducated.
Or is it uneducated and unqualified?
Stop playing. It's unqualified and uneducated. I had to beat your
Just playing out of the name of my own damn podcast. Or do I have uneducated? I don't know.
All right. I feel like there's something. Okay, so for those of you who made it to the end, there will probably be another episode, more NBA topics coming out because there's just a lot till the start of NBA season. We want to make sure that we cover everything.
There'll probably be trades.
There will probably be trades. We're gonna talk about there might be small YouTube videos about top 10 point guards, top 10 power forwards, top 10 things. Might just have my voice on there with pictures, but I will be discussing the research with Smash and Carl and another host. And we're definitely gonna have that music review that some of you guys have been asking me about. I think we're well into the year's almost up. I think we're just waiting on Yandy to come out.
Yandy.
The Kanye West's album.
Isn't it Yeezus too?
Nah, it's like called Yandy or something. Yandy or Yandy.
Oh, like Gandhi, but Yandy.
Yeah, it's like Yandy or something like that. So that comes out in November. So
he thinks he's God and he thinks he's Gandhi?
Yeah.
I don't even understand Kanye anymore.
I'm with it though. If the album's hot, I'm with it.
Yeah.
So so for those of you out there, we'll have that music review coming up within the next month or so when that drops. Because I'm just letting you right now, my favorite album of the year was Victory Lap by Nipsey Hussle. No one's ever beat that for me so far. Do you have a favorite album?
You just ruined the whole music.
Now
they're not going to listen to the music podcast.
That doesn't matter. What's your favorite?
Well, you know my favorite.
I didn't listen to it.
You didn't listen to it, but he knows my favorite.
I didn't listen to it.
It's going to be my favorite. If it's the worst album of the year, it's still going to be my favorite.
It was the worst album of the year. J. Cole be putting me to sleep. J. Cole, that sleepy music. I love J. Cole, but that album put me to sleep. He was like, count it up. I was like, count up them Z's, man. I was counting up them Z's and take it to the bank. Sleep it up, sleep it up, sleep it, sleep it up, sleep it up, sleep it. You know when you gone, when you dreaming. Ooh.
I can't even be on a music podcast. I haven't even listened to half the albums that came out this year.
I'm kind of with you. I just pretty much listened to Nipsey Hussle and said that was the best.
Yeah. J-Rock's was really good.
Oh, yeah, I listened to J-Rock's. That's probably my top 5.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jason's calling.
Probably about the soccer thing.
Call him up. Put him on real quick.
Big Mama.
Big Mother, where you at?
I'm at my house. What's up?
I'm probably gonna come through.
Slide.
I just got done with the soccer game. I got a free shirt.
Oh, you're on the podcast right now.
You're on the podcast. Welcome to Unqualified and Uneducated. We got our first guest on the phone. His name is Jiggy J. Garcia.
What up? Thanks for having me.
Tell us about the soccer. Wait, no. Can you give us a quick? Who's your top 15 best players in the NBA right now?
What was that?
Top 15 best players in the NBA right now. Quick fire.
Top 15 best players in the NBA?
Go for it.
I would have to say everyone in the Sacramento Kings team.
Ooh, let's go! Harry Giles, Marvin Bagley, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Buddy Hield.
Are you guys doing a podcast right now?
Right now.
You are on right now. You're our first guest.
Oh, hey, what's up? Shout out to my Mama G. Hey, I'm on the podcast, Mama G. I made it.
Mama G, if you listening and you out there, welcome to the podcast. That's the friend of the show, you guys.
Hey. I'm about to come through.
All right,
Jason.
He's coming to the studio.
All right.
See you, bye.
All right, guys. So, without further ado, let's wrap this thing up. In ending, in all honesty, if you want to be honest, you just have to be an honest person. People value honesty. And honestly, honesty is the best policy. We're out.